Hello again, and welcome to the Ministry of Freedom Review, my series on my journey to the Ministry of Freedom and the whole story of my experience with the Ministry of Freedom. My name is Leon Gilmore, and I've been talking about my experience of coming to the Ministry of Freedom. Well, let me say this. I think I want to kind of give you an idea of what makes me tick, what's in my heart, what I'm feeling, where I'm coming from. Because if in the event that the Ministry of Freedom is something that you may have interest in, well, if you can identify or relate to any of this stuff, tell me, let me know, because that might be what would drive you to want to endeavor down this path. My thing is, I had a big concern, a big feeling, strong feelings about working a 9-to-5, and also about kind of, doing my own thing. I like the idea of being creative. I like the idea of being focused and disciplined, of being committed. It not only sounds good, but, I think that for myself, when I can sink my teeth into something and just really put my heart into it, go all in, I like that. I don't want to be on the fence. I don't want to be second guessing. I want to make that commitment, and then I want to go to work. I want to lay down and I want to have a strategy. I want to have a blueprint. I want to have this big blueprint, but I also want to have a blueprint that's going to break this thing down into a few steps here and a few steps there. But I don't want to be so caught up in terms of the business plan or should we say the template, that I don't have any ability to kind of still have that freedom to kind of think on my feet. I want to be able to be spontaneous. I want to be able to have some real world, real life spontaneity. I want to be able to do whatever it takes in a split second. If I have to make a call, a judgment call, I want to be ready to do that, and I want to have the kahunas, the guts, even the intelligence, the wisdom to kind of when I'm making these calls, with limited information, with under time constraints, when I have to make those judgment calls, I want to have something to draw from. I want to have some wisdom to draw from. So I want to have some experience. I want to have something that's, driving me to do that. And so I kind of go down that road and have this conversation because in my case, you talk about making money online. You talk about your own business. You talk about, doing something. You talk about taking some risk. You talk about this whole idea of stepping outside the box. You talk about, finding like-minded people, finding an avenue, a platform, a lane that you can express all of this, that you can do this in. For example, the employer, I had a job with the federal government. I had a job with the state government. And as a matter of fact, my jobs with the state government and federal government were great jobs. And I think I made decent money. Never got rich, but I made enough to pay the bills. At the same time, there was something that was missing, and I wanted to be more in control. And I wanted to do something where I was kind of the creating driving force. I didn't want to be limited to some track that the government had set out, that my manager had set out, my supervisor had set out. And don't get me wrong, because I think a lot of the money that I made when I was a federal employee, when I was a state employee, a lot of that money helped me to finance my personal business endeavors. So that 9-to-5 served a purpose, and it also helped me to get through a period where I needed that the dollars I got from those jobs. So without saying much more at the moment, let me just take another break and tell you and thank you again for watching my journey that led me to the Ministry of Freedom. All of this stuff that I'm sharing with you today, these are the things that I kind of went through, that I'm kind of feeling, that I'm kind of still thinking about, rolling over in my head, in my heart. Again, thank you. Have a good day. Leon Gilmore here. Thank you for watching my journey to the Ministry of Freedom with Jono Armstrong. Thank you.